are back with a man who's been here several times. We're always happy to see him here, Clay Walker. Great success as a country music artist for his first 4 albums of his 11 reaching platinum status. And for the past 18 years, he has been thriving and living life in its fullest with multiple diagnosis with multiple sclerosis.
That's easy for you to say.
I know, right? Right? Well, you make it look so easy considering.
Yes.
What was, when you initially spoke with the doctors, they gave you prognosis saying what?
Well, the prognosis was horrible and scary. I was told that I would be in a wheelchair in 4 years because of the amount of lesions that were on my brainstem. But, and little did I know that I was going to be able to find a therapy that would actually help me stay relapse-free for the past 16 years.
Didn't he also tell you that your lifespan was going to be cut like really short within 8 years or so? You would.
They did because of the lack of knowledge about MS at the time I was diagnosed. Now we know a lot more. We know now that by staying current with a neurologist who's an MS specialist, you can formulate a game plan that can help you do what I've been able to do. I mean, I didn't think I'd be running around on stage acting like a wild man and, you know, having dozens of kids. And
How many children do you have?
I have 5, ranging from 18 to 10 months.
Yeah, you just had a new baby.
Elijah, he's amazing. And but the truth is that, you know, it's up to the individual to seek out the information and knowledge. And for me, I've been able to do that. A good lifestyle. You were talking about plants earlier.
Yeah.
And I've been growing organic vegetables and flowers and trees at our farm in Tennessee.
You do it all yourself?
Yes,
Big
absolutely.
Plot of land, you go out there and you live off of that?
It's a family affair, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice being able to go through the winter and take things out of your freezer that you grew that are healthy for you, non-GMOs, and totally organic.
How much is that important to you in your life to be able to have that kind of lifestyle with eating the way that you're eating to help you with your illness?
Well, it's all important. You know, the first thing that you have to do, in my opinion, is if you have MS or any disease, especially a neurological disorder, you have to know what medications are out there and which one's going to work best for you. I did that, which was the #1 step, and the second part of it was really developing a healthy lifestyle and staying current, knowing what's going on. By staying current, as a matter of fact, in the last few months, I've found out that I can take the same medication 3 times a week, 40 milligrams. So my life's even gotten better. It just keeps getting better. Pretty soon we won't need any medication, but until we do, you know.
I tell you, walking out of the doctor's office way back 18 years ago, within 4 years you'll be in a wheelchair.
And to think I'd be on this show doing some music for you.
New music for us,
I wouldn't have even imagined that at that point, and now life could not be better.
You, as you said, just before we came out of the commercial, you go, yesterday I was in my garden, you know, doing and actually rolling.
Hey, I almost missed my plane yesterday because of it being in the garden, you know, and Jessica's like, come on.
You gotta go.
I mean, and I'm running in there in the shower. I mean, I'm dirty from head to toe. I was watching you know, I thought, just like me, he's a dirty guy.
Yeah.
We have a shower.
I'm gonna leave that set right there, and I'm gonna deal with it.
But you stay active, and you recently placed 7th in something that's called Houston Livestock Rodeo, where you do cutting. What is? You don't hurt any animals in this.
You don't hurt the animals.
What does that mean?
Cutting is, and it was developed for ranches. You know, sorting cattle out, and if you had to doctor one or cut one out of the herd to do anything with it.
Is that you, Clay?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's you?
That's my wife's horse, though, Pearl. I mean, she let me ride her. But
Wow.
She's incredible.
You're every bit a man. You know that? That's
well,
crazy.
Wouldn't you know it'd take a woman to get it done, you know, mare. It's a fun, it's like I said, the lifestyle, being active. You know, what is that thing I've heard someone say, you know, a body at rest stays in rest, body in motion stays. And so I stay in motion, fortunately.
So you've been staying in motion, and we'll talk a little bit about the music in a minute, but the other part is if you don't do enough, you're acting now. And you had your first.
Yeah, how did that happen?
That was incredible. I never acted before, and now I'm taking acting lessons. I will say it for the record, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Of course, you know a little bit about acting. You do as well. Yeah. And it's exciting to learn something new. I'm always learning stuff new. My wife comes into my office the other day, and she says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm working some math problems." And she goes, "Weirdo," and shuts the door and walks out. But I'm always looking to learn new things. The acting is incredible. I got to be in this film called Alone Yet Not Alone, which comes out June 13th. We've been waiting on this film to come out for a couple of years. It was my first time to be in front of the camera in that way, and such an experience. Great people to work with. The story is brilliant. The cinematography is excellent. If you want to see a great period piece that's based on a true story, I recommend this film. It's called Alone Yet Not Alone.
Well, let's take a
we'll
look.
take a little look at this right now.
Mama said if you don't keep going, you won't catch her.
I'd love to be your wife.
Oh, look at that.
I love the hair. What is with that hair?
Well, you know, when I was in makeup, they put the hair on me, and it takes quite a while. And I sent a photo to Tim McGraw. He goes, that's what I love about movies, hair.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It was fun.
We were talking about, we didn't get to hear any dialogue in that, but as we talked about in acting, it's a lot of what's not being said in those moments. And
Absolutely, I've learned that as well. But I have some speaking parts in the film as well, and it was kind of a short notice. We called about an hour ago and said, "Would you send us a clip from the show?" But
and
I look forward to the future in that, and it's a way of getting even more access of your work to your fans.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful too. When it's done right, it's nice.
Yeah.
Well, you do everything right when it comes to music, that's for sure.
Thank you.
And now your new sound, you decided to experiment with a new, well, you're still country.
It is new sound. No, it
new
is.
Sound,
It's absolutely new.
Why'd you decide to do that?
Because things that evolve, things that change, they survive. That's how we survive. We're never the same. You're not the same now as you were a minute ago. You are a few seconds ago. You're always changing. And this new music, when I went in with our producer and with the musicians, went in and said, take any perception that you've ever had away of anything, that whatever you perceive me to be.
Yeah.
It has to be blank. This has to be a blank canvas. And so I found this music, and a lot of the demos were done very exceptional. And I said, we're gonna beat these demos, but we're going with this new sound. And I'll tell you what, to see that boost of energy in the studio with the producer, and then to play this music for some of, I call them the Nashville Busters, a few of them, 3 or 4 of them. Now, I was a little nervous. They flipped out over the music.